In Greek mythology, Eris is the goddess of chaos, strife, and discord, and like the daughter of Zeus and Hera, never has there been a more appropriately named celestial body in the solar system. Discovered in 2005, far beyond the orbit of Pluto, past the edge of the Kuiper belt, lies a small cold world that set off a chain reaction that called into question the very planetary status of Pluto. So, today, here, on Interstellar Happenings, we will be diving deep, past Pluto, through the Kuiper belt, into the outer reaches of our solar system, with 5 facts about the dwarf planet, Eris. Eris's orbit pattern can be classified as highly eccentric. Eris's orbit is egg-shaped and highly inclined, tilted at an angle of about 44 degrees to the ecliptic. Taking more than 5 centuries in Earth years, for Eris to make one trip around our Sun. But, very similar to an Earth day, it completes one rotation every 25.9 hours on its axis. 43 years ago, in 1977, Eris came to its aphelion, the time in which it is the furthest from our Sun, and it will be making its perihelion, its closest pass, in the year 2256. With estimates saying that in about 800 years, Eris will be closer to the Sun than Pluto, at least for a short period of time. Still, even with this odd orbit, Eris avoids direct interaction with Neptune's orbit, never crossing paths. Eris has one known satellite, named Dysnomia, after the daughter of the goddess Eris. Discovered in 2005, after the Adaptive Optics team in Hawaii carried out observations, using a newly commissioned laser guide, Star Adaptive Optics system. 500 times fainter than Eris, Dysnomia is the second known largest moon of a dwarf planet, just behind Pluto's Charon, and the 17th largest in the solar system. Its nearly circular orbit lasts about 16 days. Spectrum analysis indicates it is very dark, colored surface, very different from Eris, which is almost completely white. Speculated to be made completely of ice, Dysnomia is believed to have been formed after a collision, throwing off large amounts of material, which would form later into the Moon. A similar mechanism is believed to have led to the formation of Earth's own moon, when the Earth was struck by a giant object, early in the history of the solar system. Eris has a frozen atmosphere. Eris's surface was also found to be incredibly reflective, bouncing back 96% of the light that finds its surface. That makes Eris one of the most reflective bodies in our solar system, roughly on par with Saturn's icy moon Enceladus. Astronomers have estimated that the side of the dwarf planet facing the Sun likely gets no warmer than -396 degrees Fahrenheit, or -238 degrees Celsius, while temperatures on the night side would be even lower. Eris's surface is composed of a nitrogen-rich ice, mixed with frozen methane in a layer, less than 1 millimeter thick. This ice layer is the result of the dwarf planet's atmosphere condensing as frost and falling to the surface as snow, as it moves away from the Sun. In about 250 years, in the 23rd century, Eris will make its closest pass to the Sun, coming within 3.4 billion miles, or 5.6 billion kilometers. This will add heat, which will allow its frozen gases to sublimate, turning directly from a solid to a gas. Like Pluto, it's a bit smaller than our Moon. Eris has a radius of about 722 miles or 1,163 kilometers, and thus it's about 20% the radius of the Earth. If Earth were a nickel, Eris would be roughly the size of a popcorn kernel. It has a diameter of about 2,326 kilometers or 1,445 miles. It is slightly smaller than Pluto, though Eris is about 27% more massive and dense. However, new results from the New Horizons mission recently revealed that Pluto's volume was not slightly smaller, but actually slightly larger than Eris. With this new information, Eris has been placed as the 10th largest object known to orbit the Sun by volume, but it remains the 9th largest by mass. A mission to Eris will take a very long time. It took New Horizons 9 years to make the journey to Pluto, and at its current position, Eris is 3 times the distance at 97 astronomical units from the Earth. This means that Eris and its moon are currently the most distant known objects in the solar system, apart from long-period comets and space probes. Taking Eris 558 years to make one round trip around our Sun, the dwarf planet lies almost static in space. Currently Eris is at its furthest, known as the aphelion. Eris is 97.65 astronomical units from the Earth, and at its closest known position, the perihelion, Eris lies closer to the Earth than Pluto at 37.91 astronomical units, averaging a distance of 68 astronomical units, in terms that's 6,289,000,000 miles. Also, it doesn't help that Eris, with an orbital inclination of almost 45 degrees, spends almost all its time nowhere near our orbital plane or any other bodies. Present-day estimates calculate that a flyby mission to Eris would take almost 25 years using a Jupiter gravity assist. So, we might want to wait until late in the 23rd century, when Eris will be approaching perihelion, and be closer to Earth than Pluto. The extreme distance of Eris, combined with its small size, makes it challenging to observe the dwarf planet without powerful telescopes and advanced technology. While there are no spacecraft expected to fly by Eris in the near future, researchers will get a better look at the dwarf planet after the James Webb Space Telescope launches in 2021. The James Webb's website additionally discusses Eris as a prime target of interest, adding that the telescope will look at smaller objects in our solar system to better identify the geography of their landscapes and what they are made of. Independently, a team of astronomers has asked the community to re-evaluate the International Astronomical Union's definition of planet. They propose that all dwarf planets be made planets, which would likewise include Eris. So tell me, what do you think of the discovery of Eris? Should it be considered a planet? Comment below and let me know your thoughts on this interesting icy world. And on the next Interstellar happenings. The Peaky Blinders is a hit BBC television series about Birmingham racketeering in the 1920s. But who were the real-life Peaky Blinders behind this organized crime ring? For that story, subscribe now and come back soon for more Interstellar happenings.